Welcome to season 2 of the Energy Upgrade podcast. I'm your host, Vanessa, master biohacker and successful entrepreneur. In season 1 of the Energy Upgrade, you got to have a taste for my obsession in all things health, energy, entrepreneurship, spirituality, and biohacking, or how to take radical responsibility in living a life by design. As a certified health coach, integrated health practitioner, kinesiologist, and seasoned entrepreneur who built and sold a 7-figure business, I want to dive deeper in this season 2. After healing myself from burnout, from my health falling apart, my hormones leaving my body, I'm here to share everything I wish someone had told me. Every day, I have the incredible opportunity to be mentoring women and supporting them in becoming true magnetic energy bombs. I'm helping them remember who they were all along. It's so powerful that I want to take you in on the journey, almost as if you were a fly on the wall. You'll find that I'm not your typical health coach, and I'm not your typical business coach either. I'm somewhere in between with a lot of spirituality sprinkled in there. This podcast is a sacred place where I come and share with you things that will bring you a high return on investment, because yes, I'm all about ROI. Life goes fast, and if I can show you a shortcut or two, I'll have succeeded at bringing you value. Thank you for being here. Let's go.
Your time is now. Your energy is your life force. You want to be able to magnetize your wildest dreams. A liver detox is the fastest way to start healing. You can and you will.
Welcome back to another episode of the Energy Upgrade. This is Vanessa Gretman, your host. Today I'm bringing you a bit of a spicy conversation because of something that literally happened a few hours ago, and I was so lit up that I decided to just turn my mic on and record this episode. So I don't know where it's going to go exactly. I just feel in the heat of the moment. I want to talk to you about the healthcare system. A bit of a slippery topic, you might think, but an important one, because I think today I was yet again tested by the universe. And I have to come and share this with you. And I shared it on Instagram. For those of you who follow me, you may remember this story. I went this morning to a private clinic to get my pap test that I hadn't done in way too long, as well as I just thought, I'll get an annual at the same time. You know those appointments that used to be about preventative care and, let's just make sure everything is good. Let's just make sure we don't have any disease creeping up. Just one of those easy peasy appointment. So I go in and, we started having a conversation. The doctor asked me, well, why are you here? You look really healthy. What's going on? And I say, well, I am healthy. And that's actually why I'm here. I would love to get some markers tested, in particular, cardiovascular markers. I'm going to be turning 40 this summer. And I just feel like I haven't done an annual in a while. So it would be good just to do an overview and test everything. Well, turns out that's not how it works. Well, and now, to be honest, I know this is not how it works, but to be fair, I knew this from the get-go. When I booked in the appointment, I said, I want some particular blood tests done, and that's why I'm coming in, and that's why I will be paying you, for this appointment. So the doctor, I think there was maybe a bit of an ego thing, decided that's not how it was going to go down. She decided that because I was not showing any signs, I couldn't get any blood work. She decided that because I wasn't 40 years old yet, I didn't qualify to test for any cardiovascular risk. And I didn't qualify to do any other markers for that matter because I was showing no symptoms and I was healthy. So can you start to see how this pushed all of my buttons? Now, I want to reassure you here. I do have access to all the best functional medicine lab tests in the world. I do, and I use them with my clients. But here I just thought, you know what? I'm going to go get my pap test. Might as well use, the local infrastructures and get some blood work that I will pay for. Okay. I will pay for. And what's interesting in Quebec, which is where I live, is when physicians decide to work in a private clinic, they actually have to opt out of the medical system, meaning they won't be paid by the government anymore. They decide to be completely on their own and paid privately. So when I come in, I actually have to sign a form to acknowledge that the physician I'm about to see has opted out of the system. Okay, so I'm just putting this here because it will be important in a minute. So here I am having a conversation with this physician and kind of sharing why I would love these markers to be tested and where I'm coming from with this request. At this point I'm calm and I'm explaining, I'm a certified health practitioner, and this is how I work with my clients. And I always recommend them to come for an annual once a year to just get all their blood tests done and just look at everything and make sure we're a-okay to continue and keep working on longevity and health optimization. So, she still is hung up on the fact that I'm 39 years old and 7 months, and I am not 40 yet. Therefore, based on the latest recommendations from the Government of Canada and from the latest studies, which we now know 90+% are a complete fraud, based on that, I do not need any of these tests. I don't. And so sometimes in life when I have something on my mind, and hopefully you probably have picked that up yet, if I have something on my mind, I will get it done. And you cannot be giving me you cannot be telling me that because I'm 5 months away from turning 40, I cannot get this stuff done. It just doesn't, we have to use our common sense here. And I do appreciate a good human being that uses their common sense from time to time. And so, again, I'm trying to keep my calm and explain to her that it really won't matter if I do the test now or the other. Anyway, she starts showing me this on her screen, this government-based website that will calculate your cardiovascular risk based on your age and some of your lifestyle factors. And she shows me, she puts in 39 and she's like, do you see? The computer can't even calculate your risk because you're too young. I'm sorry, I can't help but laugh. I'm like, is there cameras, hidden cameras here? What's going on? Am I being tricked? Am I being punked? What's happening? Is this real life? Are we having a real conversation here? Because I feel like I'm speaking to a robot. What is happening? Well, my next free event is coming up. It's called High Achiever. Yes, because I'm here to tell you that you can be a high achieving woman. You can rise, you can access your highest potential without burning out. Now, I want to tell you about the 5 pillars that have helped me become a high achiever of the new world, like I call it. A woman with high standards dialed into her heart and soul to reach new levels of success and energy. This opportunity to join me live for this high proximity event is going to be so unique. It'll start on April 29th and we will go for 5 days. Now, what I'm doing different this time is when you are signing up, you're also going to unlock 3 bonus days. So really, we're going to have 8 days together. And those bonus days are actually going to be really around the womanhood, the woman, the feminine energy, and how we can really become a high achiever, but also become a fully rounded woman, mom, partner, friend, mentor that is grounded in her truth and magic to contribute to the well-being of not only your life, your family, but your entire community. Now, this event, I tell you, is going to tell you how to get high on life, because to me, being a high achieving woman is all about that. It's going to be fabulous conversations, and I tell you, it'll help you redefine what healthy success actually means. I hope you will join me for this event. Again, April 29th to May 3rd with 3 bonus days. It's completely free. I'll put the link in the show note. Don't miss this opportunity to spend time with me and the community of women that will show up for themselves. I hope to see you there. So anyway, I get my pap test. You can imagine that was the most pleasant experience of all times. I'm wanting to do this, right? Ugh. So I'm doing my pap test and she's kind of like softening and saying, listen, maybe I'll give you this requisition for all these markers that you want, but I want you to hang on to this piece of paper and you do not get any of these tests until you are 40. All right? And I look at her, I'm like, no, I will actually do them today and pay you here right now, today, to get them done because I won't have time to come back. I've taken half a day to come here and make all this stuff, happen. I'm not going to come back in 5 months. It makes no difference. So anyway, my point here is it was just so incredibly frustrating to be in the patient seat, having all this knowledge and feeling like I'm speaking to a wall, someone who doesn't want my best interest, someone who doesn't see the value in preventative care, someone who doesn't see the value of picking up on disease before they actually become a burden on the system, someone who doesn't see the value in providing what's best, for the patient. Now, please, and if you're a physician or if your uncle is a physician, like I want you to know here, I so appreciate physicians. My first business was with a physician. Okay. So I understand the medical system. I understand how needed physicians are. My point here is that sometimes when we are wanting to optimize our health, when we are wanting to proactively heal before the onset of symptoms and disease, we are doomed. The system won't help you. So the healthcare system, and you know this by now, the healthcare system is designed for acute care. It's incredible, best in class for acute care. You break an arm tomorrow, you need a surgery, something happens, a concussion, whatever. You need help right now, you'll have the best care. But if you are hoping to work on longevity, if you are hoping to improve the quality of your life, despite symptoms that might not look major, but that might be important enough to impact your quality of life, you're not going to be taken seriously. Why? Because there is no pill they can give you yet, right? We can only give you a pill if you are diagnosed with a disease. And if you have only the beginning of symptoms, right? Remember that rain barrel effect that I often talk about, that Dr. Cabral talks about? If you're only adding things to your rain barrel and you don't have an official disease yet, you cannot be helped by the system. But how twisted is that? It just, and that's why I'm saying I think this is yet again another test from the universe to confirm that, is this still what you believe in? And are you still in this for the long run? Because holistic healing, holistic health, Ayurvedic, traditional Chinese medicine, integrated medicine is not the easy route. And I was proven that yet again today. The fact that I had to literally argue with this, I would think, intelligent women on the other side of the table about getting some very basic cardiovascular, like literally what I was asking is for a complete cholesterol triglyceride panel. I was asking for inflammation markers. I was asking for, very basic things. Nothing that was out of the extraordinary. So anyway, to me, this was just, again, a reminder of why I'm doing what I'm doing, of why it matters, of why if you listening are wanting to not only heal your body, but actually rise, be alive, tap into longevity, live until you're 120 years old, well, newsflash, the healthcare system won't allow you to get there. So you're going to have to find on your own. You're going to have to take full responsibility for that to happen. You absolutely cannot wait for others and for practitioners in the healthcare system to tell you what to do. And again, I so appreciate every health worker. And the truth is, the system is so backward, it's not even their fault. They are so overwhelmed by the amount of people that are sick that they can't even help. They can't even begin to help or contemplate proactive or, preventative care. They can't. Like, the system is so broken. But my realization today was that the system is so broken that now, even when you pay in private care, even when you decide to electively pay for lab work, okay, so you're not putting any burden on the healthcare system. I'm deciding to step out of the system, pay out of pocket to not be a burden on the system and to be able to take better care of myself. I'm not even able to get that kind of service anymore. Now, I'm generalizing, of course, because I have been to private clinics before and the service was excellent. Just so happens, like I say, I do believe that this was a test from the universe. And I will close with this. Every time in life that you're about to reach a new level of growth, whether it's in your life, in your business, in any sphere, the universe is going to be like, okay, do you really want this? Like, are you really serious about this? And it's going to start sending you tests. I know you can think of moments in your life where this happened. This was one of them for me today. It was like, are you sure that holistic healing is still something you want to be talking about in your coaching? Are you sure that this is a route you still want to take? And my answer is hell yes, because I cannot believe it. The one thing I said to my husband when I left from that clinic, I thought, I just think about all the women I help. I think about my parents. I think about my sister. I think about my kids' teachers who don't have the time to learn in the same way that I learn the things that I know. They don't have the time because that's not their area of expertise. And here they are showing up at their doctor, thinking their doctor has their best interests at heart and wants to help them. Now, again, I shouldn't say it that way. It's not the doctor, it's the system, right? Like, the doctor is really just is actually probably not happy either about this whole situation. But anyway, this whole event that happened this morning for me was just yet another eye-opener that radical responsibility in 2024 for your health is not only a nice to have, it's a must have. You have to take this seriously, because when you look at the state of our healthcare system, it's not going to get any better. It's going to get worse, and it's going to get exponentially worse, because people are going to start getting sicker and sicker much faster because of the amount of toxins we're exposed to, because of also just the lack of real information. Right? I've said this before, but if even you try to be a self-advocate, you'd start typing and searching in Google or YouTube, that any health-based, holistic-based information now is not going to pop up. It's not going to show up. So you're going to have the mainstream media kind of message. Now, I don't want you to think I'm a conspiracy theorist here, because that's not at all who I am. I believe in what's best for people so that we can all rise. And, I want my kid to be surrounded by teachers that are feeling alive. I want my kids to be surrounded by family that is inspiring them and that is healthy and alive. And, that's the future I want for my kids. And it's not what they're getting at all. And that is really, really hitting a chord like deep down in my core. Like, this is the kind of stuff that wakes my soul up. And I know that's why I'm here. I know that's why I'm supposed to be sharing this message. And I know also that's why this message is particularly pertinent for women entrepreneurs who are trying to do big things in this world, who are trying to set up a business, but that might not have the physical capacity or the energy and the resources to be able to take it to the next level. I'm here to support that woman because we need that woman to share her message and to share her gifts, not only because she will heal and the people around her will in doing so, but because she will inspire others to also start sharing their lights. And the more we do that, the more the world around us is going to shape up and transform in the way we're all hoping to see. So this was my preacher moment. Hopefully a bit of a wake-up call as well. Now, if you are in the lucky few who have a tremendous family doctor, I want you to do this. First of all, I want you to tell your family doctor how grateful you are for how they truly care about your health and your well-being. Please tell them. We need more doctors to act like the people that are doing the work in the way that this profession was originally intended need to be recognized. They need to be told. So first of all, if you have one of those amazing family doctor, be grateful, thank them, share your appreciation, vocalize it. It matters. It really does. And then second of all, please book yourself an annual. I always tell my clients, like, if you have a good family doctor, go and get what the system is supposed to, like, go and take advantage of the healthcare system, because that's really what you were paying for. It's what it's supposed to be doing. So if you have a family doctor that understands the importance of early detection, well, please take advantage of it and go and book yourself your annual appointment right now. This is your reminder. This is your sign. Okay. And when we are, if like women, we need to think about pap tests. We need to talk about, breast exam. We need to talk about thyroid panel, obviously full blood work panel, cholesterol, triglyceride, glucose. We need to look at, diabetes early detection. All these things, they matter. Okay. So go and get that done right now. Okay. If you have a good family doctor, promise me after this, you're gonna pick up the phone and make your appointment. This matters. It is important. So if you're in the few lucky ones, please do that. If you're not, then that's when you need to start looking seriously for your expenders. Do you need someone, like a holistic health coach, like what I do? Do you need a functional medicine doctor? Do you need to find, maybe in a private healthcare capacity, a fantastic doctor, because there are some guaranteed. So figure out who is going to help you with this, because the truth is you're not going to have time to start learning all the things, all the behind the scenes about integrated health. So where do you begin? And how do you surround yourself to make this happen and make this a reality? Okay, so this is your action. I hope you take action. Now, I hope that this was helpful in a way. I know you've heard this before, but hopefully my story helped, wake something up inside of you. And if you think you have a family member, someone who needs to hear this and also be awakened, please share this. If this episode was helpful in any way, share it on social media. Let me know by leaving a review. That always helps me so much. But thank you. Thank you for listening to my rant. I feel a lot better. I feel like, there's a reason why this happened to me. And it was to be able to come and share this with you, share this message. As always, I'm just a DM away. If you have any questions, if you want to talk this through even more, I'll be right there. Otherwise, thank you again for being here, and I can't wait to see you again next week. Bye for now. The information shared on this podcast is for information purposes only and doesn't provide any medical advice. Vanessa Grutman does not cure, diagnose, or treat disease. Please consult your physician before trying any new protocol or product.